Revel Horwood has spoken on his annoyance at his fellow Strictly Come Dancing judges after being barely able to hear them due to plastic dividers on the program amid COVID restrictions. TV bosses installed them to reduce the risk of COVID transmission, but the 56-year-old says that they make it difficult to hear Anton Dubecka and Shirley Ballas, who sit at the other end of the panel. However, that has not stopped them from using some of his infamous catchphrases on the show. He said, "Oh my God, the perspex is even worse now because it is even thicker and we are on separate desks. So I am straining to hear anything anyone says. We are so far separated." He added of Anton, "I can't hear a word he is saying, not a word. I love that." Craig said he is also fed up with other judges pinching his catchphrases. He told the Star, "They've all tried to do it. Shirley said fabulous and I looked at her and glared." The BBC said Saturday's episode got the biggest average audience this series at 8.2 million. In it, influencer Tilly Ramsey moved chef dad Gordon Ramsay to tears, getting the joint best score for her Charleston. Saturday's episode of Strictly Come Dancing was the most watched of the series so far, according to overnight ratings. The program was watched by an average audience of 8.2 million people with a 48.5% share of the audience, upon last week's 7.9 million. The viewing figure for the BBC One celebrity dancing competition peaked at 8.8 million. While viewership is on the rise for the 2021 series, numbers remain down on last year's show, which fell amid much stricter COVID regulations, with numbers on the same second live show hitting peak numbers of 10.7 million in 2020. BBC bosses will no doubt be thrilled to see the rise in ratings after a vaccination controversy has plagued the show in recent weeks, while McFly star Tom Fletcher and his pro-partner Amy Dowden have also been impacted with COVID. Don't miss, the fall on last year has been attributed to socialising Britons heading out amid continued lightened lockdown rules. A source told The Sun, "This goes to show how many of us were cooped up indoors last year, as COVID restrictions meant there was little or no socializing to be done. Now that the public is free to go out at the weekend, there's been a dip in the ratings. It's nothing the Beeb seems worried about." The fall on the show was down on peak numbers, but average audiences on both Saturdays and the previous week's shows are up on last year. A spokesperson for the BBC told Mail Online, BBC executives are absolutely delighted that the show attracted an average of 8.2 million viewers overnight on Saturday night, with a massive 48.5% share. They aren't comparing it to last year's shorter series, which took place later on in the year and tied in an impending second national lockdown. Dragon's Den star Sarah Davis, who was bottom last week, was awarded 34 for her foxtrot with Alyosha Skorjanek. Celebrities including comedians Robert Webb and Judy Love, BBC Breakfast host Dan Walker, actor Greg Wise and actress Rose Ayling-Ellis are also among the stars taking part in the current series.